guys, ILene Vick here for Adult Coloring with ILene Vick, and I'm doing the continuation video number 2 on the Johanna Basford Magical Jungle. And I hope you were able to see the first one. Had lots of fun with it, and you got to watch me screw up royally on camera. But I fixed it. And I showed you a new product that's really great, which was this ink. Highly recommend it, and you'll see in a second how great that worked on this. Okay, so let me grab my pen. I'm going to do just a little bit of inking, so I need you to hang with me here. And then, of course, I will be coloring. So let me bring you in. And I really wanted to thank all you guys for all the kind comments when I screwed up on this. Oh my, it happens. But as I said, I'll never hide anything from you. Okay. So if you remember, I used the ink over the top of this. And I will be coloring that so you can see how well it works. And the really neat thing, as I run my finger over this, I really can't feel that bump from that ink being put on there to cover up the edge of this wheel, you know, the whole circle. And speaking of wheels, which has been my nemesis on this project, I went ahead and penciled it in, and I used a French curve. And I discovered actually too, when I was working on this, that this isn't exactly a circle. So that was also part of the problem. So excuse my hand while I go ahead and fix this. And I would highly encourage you that when you're doing this kind of thing on your own, don't let it discourage you, okay? Hey, if I can do it on camera, you can mess up on camera, you can mess up at home. So hopefully you had a good laugh with me when this happened, and now we move on. Alrighty, yeah, this is not exactly a circle. There we go. All right. So that's better, but you know, not the best, but it's better than it was. So I'm going to go with this and move on with it, and we'll see how this thing goes next time. All right. So now I just need to go ahead and grab my protractor so I can finish this little guy. But again, and it was so funny because a number of you, when you contacted me about this, you told me about fails that you've had. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, when I was doing this, you know, I pushed ahead on something I shouldn't have. Which is really ironic because, as I've always told you guys, if you're having problems with something, walk away from it. And I didn't. I was on camera and I wanted to get it done, and it really bit me. Oh, okay. All right. So not too bad, but you guys are a forgiving lot, so I can work with it. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna do a little bit more inking, and there's just something I want to introduce to you, which is really cool, unless you've seen my other videos, is I purchased a number of templates, and I will be putting that in the comments where I got these little puppies. I got 3 packs of 50, and they're absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous templates. These butterflies I'm going to use on this project. Wait till you see what I do with them. And then I've got some hearts. So they're pretty cool. And what you want to use with your templates, if you decide to get into them, is you want to use your stencil adhesive spray. And of course you want to make sure that it's repositionable, right? Because you want to be able to move your piece around. So I'm going to add a couple of things here real quick that I thought would look really cool. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to use my spray. And very, very lightly. You don't need very much on the back. All right, so I'm going to position this about, let me see here, about here, because I thought some roses would look really cute. Yeah, just give me a second here. Okay, so I'm going to work on this rose right here. Let me bring it in. And you know that I'll bring you into micro view because I'm, teaching. And again, I promise I will be coloring shortly. Okay, so I've got my Uniball, my 0.28, which you also know about if you've seen my other videos. Okay, so keeping in mind where these other flowers are, I'm going to go ahead and very slowly trace this rose, which I think is absolutely gorgeous. Alright, and the only thing you have to be careful of is we don't want to go on top of the flower that's already there. So I'm making sure that when I run into a flower, I stop so we can go underneath it. And don't worry if your lines look a little rough, because remember, you're going to be coloring this. It just depends on the pen that you use. Okay, and let's see. I've got a leaf here that runs into this flower, so I'm going to stop when I get up to the And when you do this, guys, take your time. Okay. There we go. Look how pretty that looks. And then if there's like little places that need to be closed, that's fine. And then when we color that, that's going to look really terrific. All right, so I've got a rose there. And I just wanted to pop one up here. And I'm specifically picking a point where the flowers are already on top of our ring, okay? So let me move that around just a little bit. I still have my sticky side down. There we go. Now, I want you to watch this effect, okay? So these two flowers here, there and there, are already on top of our ring. So what I'm going to do is I'll do the rose on top of the ring, but underneath the flowers that are already there. So you'll see this in a second. And this is where positioning is important. Now watch how I go underneath this flower here. And on top of this ring here. And forgive me my hand, but I'm trying to find, here, let me try this way for you. As you know, in coloring books these days, everybody's adding stuff to their pages. And so that's why I'm showing you some of the things that I do. Having said that, if you don't want to add it, don't add it, of course. But you can watch me color this. Okay, so let me pull this up. Isn't that neat? And when I color that now, of course I'm going to remove these lines, right? I'm not going to do that now because I showed you how I did it with the ink, but I'll remove that later. And then we'll be good to go. Okay, and let's see here. maybe one here. Let me see. Now, you don't want to go too wild with this, okay? Oh, there's a neat spot because it'll be behind a couple of the rows. Okay, flowers. I'm doing this one. Let me move you. Okay, now see where this is coming in? So I want to make sure I'm underneath. And if you need to trace around the template 2 or 3 times, that's fine. 2. Okay, now we got just a teeny tiny spot here. There we go. And the thing is, by positioning your templates so that they go underneath existing ink, it makes it look like it's really part of the original drawing. Got a little bit of a bobble. I'll take care of that. See, you guys wouldn't want me to be too perfect now, would you? And not make any mistakes? Okay. Let me pull this up. And that's going to look really cool when I go to color it. All right, so let me pull you out. And you'll be able to see that I've got 3 roses. I've got the one here, and I've got the one up here. And then I have the one right in the middle. Okay? So this is looking pretty cool. All right, so let me pull you in. Actually, I'm going to leave you out for a second here because I want to show you one more thing. All right, so the last thing I'm going to do, and actually I'll probably wait to do this because I want to see how the coloring comes, is I've got some really neat butterflies, and I want these butterflies to flit through this whole design. Now I may go ahead and just draw a couple to show you what I mean. This is going to be pretty cool. Double check something here. Just want to make sure I have you out far enough that you can see everything that I'm doing. So I'm just going to take my little butterfly template and very carefully, because these little buggers are tiny, and I'm going to pop in a few of these butterflies that are flying through this ring, this magical ring. Now you can move your template around, obviously, to shift how it interacts on the ring itself, which was what I'm doing. And wait until you see how I color these puppies, because it's fun. All right, so let me pull up. See, I've got these things starting to come down. So I'm going to pop one here. And obviously, guys, you know, you don't have to get the templates and do this. But I just want to let you see what I'm doing to give you ideas on stuff that you are other pages that you're coloring. Okay, see how I'm starting to pull this down? So I'll come down over here to the right a little. Look how cute that looks. So I'm starting on the left. Let me put another little guy here. Okay, so see how this is curving around and going this way? And I'll put a little one near the flowers. And again, guys, I'm gonna see, so it's curving this way, coming around, and then it's gonna go like this. All right. And in fact, I'm gonna leave this template. Watch this. Now I'm not gonna fill in every one. And I just have to change direction here with the butterfly, because you don't want them all in the same direction necessarily. Okay, so the general pattern is going to be, see, left and then coming down and swooping and going over and over and over and over. Let's see here. Pretty, pretty, pretty. So swoop, swoop over this way, this way, this way, maybe a little one here, okay? And I'm just gonna put maybe one here and then that'll be it. Excuse my hand. But of course you'll see it when I'm done. There we go. Okay. And one quick thing that I wanted to show you, I was thinking of maybe putting in a couple hearts to there. I don't know, let's see. Just for fun. And just kind of mix them in with the butterflies. Be creative, guys. There's just so much you can do with your coloring books. Yeah. And you might, you know, you might look at this and kind of say, but this idea for you might be absolutely terrific somewhere else. I'm just going to pop a little heart right there. Just change the direction. Yeah. Okay. So what do you think so far? So let me just show you this. And then I'm going to go ahead and start working on coloring this little puppy. Pull you in. I've been having so much fun showing you this. All right, so what I thought would be fun on this particular project would be to have some of these pieces come in as gold pieces. Specifically, the flowers that are solid. See? So I'm going to start that. And by the way, guys, if you want me to work with some specific colors, just let me know. Let me grab some water. All right. So let's go ahead and start on this bigger flower. We'll get that little guy going. I hope everybody's having a good evening. Oh, I'll tell you what, mine are changing plans. I think I'm going to go ahead and do this one because a number of you have asked me to show you how to do gold. And I'm going to start out on a smaller piece so you can see. All right, so the first one that I'm going to use is my PC 943, and I'll be working on this guy. All right, that'll be your first. And then you want to go ahead, and I've got PC 942. And then I'm going to pop in with the yellow. Erase that. The bright yellow. And that is PC 915. All right. So let's work around that. Dark brown, and then the gold, which is actually the ochre, the PC 942. And then we pull in that yellow. Blend that over the top. All right. So PC 943, PC 942, blend it in. PC 915 is the last. Look how cool that looks. Smooth that just a little bit. I hope everybody's doing well. So I'll tell you what, guys, since I'm doing the same thing, I'm going to take a little video break and finish this, and then I'll be right back. Bye. Temporarily. All right, I'm back with the coloring that I have done on the loop. And like I said, I wanted to go ahead and do that independently so that you would have wouldn't be watching and just sitting there for a long time. And as you can see, I've gone ahead and made all my gold flowers that I wanted to make gold, excuse me. So let me bring you in and show you where I am with this. And what I'm doing right now, guys, is I'm going ahead and making the loop gold as well. So I want to show that to you so that you would be very comfortable doing this on your own. Now, what you want to do, excuse me, is start with PC 943. And you want to outline your edge. Now this is a narrow edge, but you can see how pretty and beautifully this is coming along. Let me just finish this one section here. Beautiful. Okay. So I'm using the 4 colors, and I'll show you what I mean in a minute. So I've got the PC 943, and then I'm using the PC 942. And what I'm doing is I'm blending over the brown and also coming in just a little bit, but you want to leave a white space in the center. And you can see already how great that looks. I mean, we've already got a nice gold shining on this. Now, if you mess up a little bit and don't quite have that white space, that's fine. I mean, it's better to leave it, but it'll still look great. But make every effort to keep that in the center. See how I've done that right there? Oh, this is coming out so cool. And remember, I'm turning my pencil, and that keeps my point, and by keeping my point, of course, that just makes for a better overall project. All right. So now I'm taking my 915, which is my lemon yellow. Again, it's the PC Prismacolor. And I'm popping that right in the center. See? Pretty. And it comes out a really beautiful gold by the time you're done getting all the pieces together. Okay. Now, you can leave it like that, or there's one little extra step that really, to me, is the icing on the cake. And I want you to look at the difference between here and here. Now, let me turn you. Depending on how you like your gold, if you like the gold on the right a little better because it's not a little darker tinge to it. Or if you like it lighter, that's fine. Leave it the way you like it. I tend to like the slightly darker tinge. So, I'm now taking PC 947, which is the dark umber. And I'm going to take that to the very outside. Now, be very, very judicious with it. I mean, you don't need hardly any at all. And about one pass is going to do it, see? Look how pretty that looks. Now, you can also adjust your yellow to be a little wider, which it is. Or you can go ahead and take your PC 942 and just tamp that down a little bit. Either way, this is where you can customize how you want your gold to look. But I can't say this enough. You have to, this dark umber here, I mean, literally, look, one pass, guys, see that? If you do any more than that, you'll ruin the effect. And you need to be right on that edge. Just tiptoe on that edge. Isn't that beautiful? Now, if you want to bring a little bit of it in, just a tad, that's fine, but don't do that a lot. Okay. Now, it's going to be a little wonky close up. You know, I always like to work close up. So wait until I pull you out when you can see this full effect. It's gorgeous. Ah, I got off the edge a little. All right, let me find my eraser because you know that bugs me. And see, you can see the difference here between here where I outlined it and here where I haven't. But that extra little dark line . And I'm not kidding, guys, it only takes one pass on your edge. Very, very slowly. Beautiful. This ring is going to be absolutely gorgeous. Let me pull you out. And I'm going to turn you a little bit so you can see and follow along while I'm doing this. All right. So I'm taking my 943, which is my brown. Getting that little edge in there. And it's so funny. Look at the difference between here and how this color comes to be. It's just so neat. That's why I'm having you stick around while I do this and letting you watch me do this ring. Because I really want you to see how this beautifully comes together. Okay, so now I'm going to use my PC 942. Got it on top of the brown and in just a little bit. And then I'm going to use my PC 915, which is my bright yellow. Ah, look how gorgeous that looks. And it's so funny because when you first do it, you know, it doesn't look like much, but it does. It comes out beautifully. All right, and now I'm going to use my 947, which is my super dark. Like I said, guys, one pass. And if you don't like how the edge turned out, then just hit it with your PC 942, which is your yellow ochre, not the bright yellow. All right, let me do a little more. And then I'll take another pause and finish up this ring. And then I'm going to go on to the next step. All right. I just really get a kick out of doing this gold. And it's okay if it comes out a little wobbly on the edge, because to me that just makes the gold look a little more natural. Okay, so this is one of the butterflies you saw me put in earlier. Let me sharpen my pencil. You know, guys, actually, if you don't mind, I'm just going to finish the loop because it comes up to that flower. If you want to just go ahead and zip ahead, that's fine. I just thought you might want to see the entire piece come together here. Ta-da-ta. Okay, so here's the flower I drew in. Here's that silly spoke that I had so much trouble with. Ooh-wee. Okay. Okay, now this is going to be a little dicey because I'm inside this spoke here. But you can see it's turning out great. All right. Cool, that wasn't so bad. All right, so let me pop back. So now I've got my PC 942, okay? And I'm gonna go over the brown that I just put there. And then come in just a little bit. So you're covering the previous brown and then just coming in a hair. And you can see the white line I'm leaving down the middle. Oh, that's just so pretty. Let me sharpen. Okay. And then I want to go back with my PC 915, which this goes really quick. All right, so remember this white that I left down in the center, right? So now we're just going to pop that with the yellow. Takes 2 seconds. Beautiful. Da, da, da. So one of the major points of me doing this for you is I don't want gold coloring to intimidate you. Oops, I missed a little brown. Okay. And then the last thing is you're taking your PC 947, which is your darkest pencil. And no, I didn't brush on the paper, it was off to the edge. Look at that, just one line down the side. And if you bump in a little bit, that's fine. It just adds character to your gold. Almost done, guys. Boy, this is pretty. I'm gonna rub that with my finger because I don't want that to be sticking out as much as it was. And then I'll just take my little teeny tiny eraser and erase these. I can't wait to show you this when I pull out. just want to do a little more gold right here. Okay, and let me brush away all this. All right, and I'm going to pull out and show you everything, and then just for this video, I'll end right here, and we'll be ready to do some more coloring. All right, let me pull you out. Isn't that gorgeous? Pop you out just a tad. There we go. So you can really see how this is starting to take off. Got my butterflies, got my gold ring all the way around. Like I said, I decided to make these flowers gold to give them kind of a metallic look, and then we'll be offsetting it with some beautiful floral colors. And I'm probably going to do some of these other spools in a little bit of gray, back kind of on the metallic theme, and then have the flowers pop. So yeah, I think we're in good shape, guys. Alright guys, this is ILene Vick for Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. I really hope you learned something. I hope you had fun with it. Joyous, joyous coloring. Bye!